Go.
Hi, my name's
Okay, so what I noticed is that they're not treated fairly, and they're being treated like they're different, and
Who's being treated like they're different?
like Isabel and the first person narrative. Huh?
Ruth is her
Oh,
name.
Ruth. Yeah, sorry. They're being treated like they're nothing, when they're like servants or slaves, which they are being treated like. Um, so yeah, it's like really unfair for them, and basically taking their freedom.
Bonnie, do you have anything to add?
Well, so dude, what you're saying is, so
Talk louder.
You notice that that they're slaves,
No.
and what were you saying?
I was saying that
Sorry.
they're being treated unfair, so so they're treating them like slaves. So they're like basically being unfair, and they're not
But
equal to like
they are
what they
slaves.
deserve. Yeah. Well, okay. What I'm basically saying is that they're not being equal.
Well, they're not getting treated equal because they're slaves.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
Okay.
David, what do you notice?
Why?
Oh.
Well, I noticed that they're having a hard time
Ooh.
to.
Ooh. David, can you hold it? Because I can't see your face.
I noticed they're having a hard time to.
Who's having a hard time?
Oh, that the two sisters, Isabel and Ruth,
Okay.
they're having a hard time to fight for their freedom because of their documents were misplaced. Yeah.
What do you notice?
Oh god. I'd like to point out this book is really bad. So, I noticed that... One sec, what's the older sister's name?
Isabel.
I noticed that Isabel had to fight for Ruth because she was older.
No, David. Ruth is the older sister, and Isabel.
No. Isabel's older.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
Snip,
Sorry.
I
snap.
think you understood the book, David.
Oh no, because I got confused. I just keep getting confused.
I got all the
Sorry.
details now.
Sorry.
So yeah, Isabel had to fight for Ruth because Ruth is like younger and Isabel's older and older sister. Best friends forever, sister, power, sister, sisters. Woo!
So
Can you
David,
take the
what'd you
camera?
notice?
I already said something.
Oh, God.
So what
Nobody
you're
hold the
saying-
camera. I noticed something.
So what? You're,
Woo! I noticed that in chapter I think 11, when they're looking for the money, Isabel knows where the money is, but she doesn't stand up for herself, and she doesn't like tell them where it is. And I just like wonder why she did that, because she could have saved herself by doing that, by like getting them arrested, and then she could go get her papers, but she didn't. So that's what I noticed.
Wait, I have a question.
wait, so David,
So wait,
1 sec.
I can't interrupt.
Yes. So was it just Isabel's papers or was it Ruth's paper too? Like,
no, it was the money that they found, because like that money was like stolen or something. They weren't supposed to have that money. They were I don't remember if they specified why though.
what did you want, David?
Never mind.
Maybe they didn't wanna. She didn't want to give the money because.
Hold it.
David.
No,
So you want me to videotape myself?
someone hold it. David, hold it.
For Christ's sake.
I think she didn't want to give away the money because maybe, well, since they're slaves, obviously they don't have enough money, right? So maybe they just want to keep it for themselves in order to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to add, guys?
We are experiencing technical difficulty. Please stand by.
So which one do you guys want to talk about? Guys,
Should
I think
we
Julia's, because
Yeah,
Julia's
talk
is probably the
about
most intelligent one.
how she didn't give away the money?
alright.
Who wants to go first?
No, most of the information on the money and stuff is on page 70, 71 and 70 to 74.
What's up?
So it'd be wise to turn to those pages.
So, what you're saying is the most of the information on money is from pages 71 to 74.
That's what she said.
Shh, David. I have
Oh
the
god,
tiger.
oh god.
I have the tiger.
Hey, you guys come on, focus.
Feeling grade 10 points. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Enjoy the candy cane.
Dude, we're being off topic.
Guys, get back on topic.
Okay, sorry.
I'm looking for a page.
Well, anyway, on page 73, in like the italics, no, it said the soldier looked up at Bellingham. I saw a stair clear down to the bottom, and she said, "I wanted to shout, the money is underneath the false bottom, but I pressed my lips together." Bellingham knelt and checked for himself, knocking the wooden sides, which makes me wonder why she did hide it, because like she could have shouted that the money is under that false bottom and saved everyone time and then put the money, but I guess she didn't, and I don't think I know why.
Maybe, like,
Well, I guess sort of implied that she was afraid to, but yeah, just adding to ours, I'm still more curious why she was afraid to do it, more than like why she didn't do it.
Wait, who's the one that hid the money under the bed?
I think it was the mother. Just like whoever it is, ma'am, or madame, or whatever her name is.
But then, they said someone got arrested, and it said
David,
you can't arrest him. He's done nothing. So
Just wait. Where's that?
on page 73.
Like near the bottom.
Yeah.
They arrested Lockton. He's done nothing. To the contrary, he has. So we got arrested for something. Oh, for aiding an enemy. So I'm guessing it was like terrorist money or something. Something like that. So that's why he got arrested. But because it says for like near the bottom in like the last paragraph or the second last paragraph, you're summoned to the New York Provincial Congress for suspicion of aiding the enemy.
So then now I think she didn't say it because she just didn't want to sell him out.
Yeah.
She wanted to, like, yeah, see.
She could have gotten in a lot of trouble for that actually, because the mom, like Madame, wasn't getting arrested. So can we agree that she didn't say anything because she didn't want to get in trouble with the lady? Madame, the girl who fainted on the last page?
Yeah, and I agree with that. And, like, she just didn't want to be a part of the whole thing, so she just pretended like she didn't know anything.
Anything, Dad? Page
Ah.
71 to 74. People aiding enemies. Bad people.
That's really not smart. So, what you're saying is, and you with my British accent. What you're saying is that the only reason she like sort of didn't sell him out or did not tell them where the money was is because she was trying to protect.
Herself.
And locked it.
Oh,
Don't think she cares about them because they are the ones who are not giving her her papers to be free.
I think it was mainly for herself then. God, she's selfish.
Like, what if she did say it, and then, like, the mom decided to beat her for it. It's just like, why the hell did you get my husband arrested? You bad person, and then kill her. And it doesn't really matter because she's a slave.
So then what you guys are saying is that the reason why, so when she wasn't selling out Locked-In to protect him or something? Is that
No,
correct?
to protect herself.
To protect herself.
Yeah.
And for Locked-In, no? Okay.
No, because Locked-In is like partially her slave owner. And if like she really wanted to sell him out, but then if she sold him out, then the mom or whatever she is would like get mad at her for telling the police where the money was. So she's just trying to save herself from like getting killed.
But
Oh, alright.
the madame lady could have got arrested as well.
No. Because she wasn't really part of it. She could have been like, oh, I didn't know he had the money. And she never said anything about it either.
No, but then can't she get arrested too? Because she knew about it.
Exactly, that's why she didn't say anything. So she wouldn't get arrested.
But then if she did say it, wouldn't she be like, you know, less punishment? Because okay, if the
No,
police
because-
found out that
no.
she knew, then
Yeah, then
that would
she
be
could
a
get
worse
punished.
punishment. But then, let's say she did tell, right?
It's
Then-
at 11 minutes, we should hurry up.
Okay, then wouldn't she like be getting less punishment then?
I guess. I guess if she knew, I guess if like they found out that she knew, she could go to jail and stuff for like helping with this project. But because she didn't, like they don't really suspect her. Because if she did, and they're just like, oh, whatever, like if they like let her off the hook, the mom or madame would still get her in trouble. So she's trying to save herself both ways.
So wait, Walkman did get arrested?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's under like questioning or something. Like he didn't get like arrested,
Yeah,
but like they're sure
But-
he did it.
Here on page 74, sorry, it's a little off what you guys are talking about, but I just wanted to point it out. When it's like they were gone, Madame stared blankly at the empty doorway. Ma'am, I asked. Her eyes turned to me, and then she blinked, as if suddenly realized who I was and where she stood. And then she was like, don't just stand there, girl. These linens need to be washed. I don't think you could miss them. I shall speak about her laziness, and then she fainted. So, what I noticed there is when her husband, like, left, or was taken away, she was sort of in this whole, like, what just happened, like...
Yeah, she was in shock because she didn't realize they'd find the false bottom.
But, like, also, notice how, like, I think her sort of, like, how I imagine her saying that is sort of like, don't just stand there, girl, like, and it said she realized who I was. So I think she sort of realized that she was a slave, she had feelings, it was more of like a whole connection moment. It was like, oh, so this is what it feels like to lose someone, or this is what it feels like.
But then why would if she knew how she felt, why would she say these linens need to be washed?
Because she was in shock and she
was
didn't
in
realize
shock,
what was
and
happening.
she couldn't really talk about it. She was just like, oh my god, like, and then she was realizing, but then she couldn't be like, I'm sorry, or blah blah blah. That would be stupid. So then she's like, don't just stand there. These things need to be washed.
Okay, guys. Where else does this happen?
So, like, which part are we talking about? David's part or Julia's part?
Or else does what happened?
Well, like, if we're talking about the part Julia said,
Yeah,
where
Julius.
the
Because that's
girl
what we're talking
doesn't
about.
say what happens, that happens around the world. Like, for example, if someone sees...
No. Where else does like people trying to protect themselves happen? Like they'll hide something from someone because they know they'll get in trouble for it.
Well, for example, if, like, I watched this movie, forgot what it's called, but it's about murder. And then the person saw the murder, but they didn't say anything because they thought that if they said something, the murderer would go after them, so they just kept quiet to save themselves, just like she did in the book.
So what did we learn?
Do you have a